Hello, are we live? It says we're live in 3 locations, which is impressive considering I'm only meant to stream to 2. Interesting. So I have a question for, hello there. I have a question for folks. I know there's a keyboard shortcut for this, and I don't know what it is. How do I move something that's insisting on being full screen to a monitor adjacent? There is a shortcut for it, and I have no bleeding clue what it is, but for some arcane reason, Steam's on the middle monitor. I opened, yep, indeed. Steam is on the middle monitor. I opened Slay the Spire, and it has instead gone to the right-hand monitor. Control and the arrow keys. Oh, no, wait, not control. Windows and arrow keys. Nope, it's not doing that. Hold on, maybe it's just resistant in some way. Okay then. So, how the fuck? Windows move monitor shortcut. Oh, it's Windows key in the arrows. Okay, so Slay the Spire is just choosing to ignore me. What if I just close you down and boot you back up again? You ignored me the first couple of times. Go eat, Zago, if you haven't even eaten lunch. Good lord. Oh, it's... Why are you opening only on the right-hand monitor? This has never happened to me before. Every time I open you up, you're like... In the graphics, you can choose what monitor to be one. True, but it should go to the default monitor. And the default monitor is not the one on the right. It's just weird. I'm more confused by why, like, the computer is convinced that the monitor on the right is my main one, when it just straight isn't. Okay, if I wiggle my mouse around, do you notice it? Indeed, damn the right. In this case. Alright, so it's not registering in OBS for some reason. So, we will find the way around it. Base game visual. We're gonna go delving in this one for a second. Give us a mo. Game capture. Can you be re-rigged to capture Slay the Spire 2? Encoding overloaded. Well, you're just gonna have to fucking deal. Thanks for the extra streak point. No problem at all, Darkrays. No problem at all. Okay. Let us turn on the actual music. So, after we heroically windmilled our way up the Spire last time, we are now back to Slay the Spire for a second time. Now, granted, this is an unusual one for me. This game is in early access, very much in early access. But Ed is going anywhere near it because he just really likes the Slay the Spire gameplay loop. And we're still not entirely certain, although it's now looking at leaning like when you play multiplayer, because this has multiplayer, which is a wonderful idea. Not local multiplayer, though, as far as I can tell. But once you play multiplayer, it does... I thought that the unlocks would be dependent on who is hosting the match. It seems to be by by player account, which will get, I would think would get really odd when it's things like an artifact is spawning in the shop that one person's unlocked but the other person hasn't. Because at some later point, I'm going to be playing this with my girlfriend. She's asked if we can, like, play some more of the games that I like. Since I've spent a few times playing times that she enjoyed them. So she wants to go back the other way, which is a lovely, adorable thing to do. I figured, oh, you don't actually spawn with all of the characters unlocked, so I might as well try and unlock them ahead of time, so that when we play on multiplayer together, she has them all unlocked already, but it might be by player account as we're discovering, so we will find out as we go one day. But for now, we have to choose from the Ironclad, the Silent, so basically Berserker with some self-healing, Poisons and My God Do I Throw Knives, I Sit in a Cool Chair and I Fling Stars at People, I Have a Really Big Skeleton Hand, and the Defect who, gods, I love him, but I find him just as difficult to play as in Slay the Spire 1. Good lord, do I find the Defect difficult to play as. I know, right? I know. Loads of people swear by the Defect, and I wish I could, but I just... There's so many different elements you can spec into, and then it's just... and it's all over the place, and I find it really, really difficult to get anywhere with the Defect. So, on the numbers between 1 and 5, I pitch it to you. What number do we think we should go with? And we'll probably go by first to a large number, shall we say. Okay, so we got one vote for 4 immediately. Dark Rays is saying 76. Interesting. Interesting theory. Currently, we're at an even spread. Okay, well, we're at an even spread except for the Defect. Oh, okay. Regent is currently in the lead. Regent is currently in the lead with 2. Charchu suggesting 6, which is random. Interesting poll. Okay. Ironclad is now up to speed with the Regent. It's now between the Ironclad and the Regent. We're narrowing them down. Berserker or sit in a chair and fling stars at people? Ah. Fantastic, fantastic. Now chat is now starting to go on to the contrarian. We're now starting to get more votes in for random. Random has come up like the dark horse they are. Berserker, chair, or random? Yes, Grim, we can see that we have 3 randoms vote. I was just talking about that. And also, I know you know, you're one of the people who did the voting. We know. Going once. Going twice for any actual characters to challenge the random. Going 3 times. Sold to the concept of random chance. And it landed on the Regent anyway, apparently. the Regent just invited themselves to the random. Fantastic. Whitgren. Oh, bugger. I meant to mow the rest of the lawn and now it's raining. Oh, well. Why can't I win? Receive this blessing. Okay. So, we can go with money, which is my first option. Resting at a rest site raises max HP. Pretty solid. Or transforming your strikes and defends, but you lose some max HP. Which could end up really pants, or could end up kind of wild. I'm waiting for the sun to stop trying to kill me so I can mow the lawn. That's fair, Dark Rays, that's fair. Let's say... Well, we've already lent in on the random to get here. Let's lean on the random a little more. Okay, pardon, what did we get? Okay. The ability to build a wall and the ability to fling bombardment at people. At the start of your turn, if this is in your exhaust pile, play it. Okay. So once that's played, that'll then just keep firing. Okay. For the uninitiated, Slay the Spire is a deck-building roguelike. This is our map of how to get there, with rest sites, enemies, elites, random treasure rooms, etc. I tend to nav by how many elites I can kill on a single path. So as long as we end up on the right-hand side, that'll be grand. I'm probably going to say this way up here. Or, since in the sequel you can draw on your map, this sort of way. And then we'll probably chart over here, up here, up here, past here. Fight this elite. Go fight them. Pivot sideways. And then up through here, here, here. And here. How do you make a deck builder multiplayer without it being PvP? So the way they've... I can't show it off sadly on here, but the way that they've done it is quite nice. All the enemies have double HP, and all their attacks hit both players. So you basically have to work together to do 2 full people's worth of damage to kill the enemy, but the enemy doesn't get a buff in terms of their own massive damage because they're now hitting both players. So you are co-oping together in a almost Soulsian fashion. Like you're not really co-oping in the sense of keeping one another healed and that kind of business. You're both just trying to mutually stay alive. The enemy has announced he's going to attack, so let's throw up a block and smack him around a bit. And yes, as we can see, the Regent's chair is being carried around by 2 guys that are just trying their best, bless them. Ah, our America attack is here. Fire the America! And that will keep on firing. Okay, as long as we can get that bombardment in the door early, we should have a pretty decent early times. We can kick people. We can... I kind of have to learn to kick people, don't I? It's me. I want to be able to kick people. Yeah, fine. We'll learn to kingly kick. We are going to need to thin our deck, though, so that we can cycle that card around, because it loses cost the more times we draw it. We're gonna need some card cycle. The room full of cheese. This room is full of cheese! You look around to see if there are any traps, and above you is more cheese! The candles in this room appear to be made of cheese. The furniture is also cheese. Suddenly, the door behind you slams shut. It is made of cheese! I don't really want to add more cards to our deck, and this one allows us to obtain the chosen cheese. Yes. I will take damage gladly to obtain the chosen cheese. Details of this relic will be revealed in the future. You scrounge for hours and hours. Time slips by as your mind travels to strange places from the sheer presence of all this cheese. And you fade into a stupor. You snap awake and realize you're holding something. The chosen cheese. Well, let's just drop Merico on this guy, I guess. And retain this card to your... return this card to your hand. Might not be the worst idea in case we don't draw a block next turn, sure. Wait, no, fuck. I thought it meant return it next turn, not this turn. Well, never mind. We just kick him. Okay. We can get some card draw with more card draw stacked on top of that card draw. Gamma Blastage, which would start fucking with the enemy's ability to do things. I think we want the card draw first, though, because that'll help us with cycling. Welcome to the shop. Cloaks of the Stars. Transforming cards in your draw pile into minion dive bombs. That's that. We could manually induce card removal by transforming cards and then using them up. That's not the worst idea for creating quick card cycle, and it would save us needing to use the card removal service over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, all right. It's a weird pull, but sure, we'll go for it. Now, at the last minute, if we're over here and we're really lacking for health, I'll pivot towards this, pivot to that little bonfire. But for now, let's fight this vibing fellow. Hello again, America. How you doing? Do I want to go with that, though, or do I want to block? I think at the moment I'd rather block. And let's try this cycling method. So let's get rid of... I guess the strike and the defend, maybe? Let's hope for the best. Next Decade saying, the funniest thing about the Regent to me is that when you look past his attitude and behavior, he's actually kind of cool. He genuinely knows how to fight, lead his people into a utopia before getting bored and going adventuring, and is genuinely just fully immortal. And he's also just a short king with way too much attitude. Yeah, basically. It's a very, very fun character archetype. So, throw a minion at him. We don't quite have enough that we can kill him. So we'll throw up a particle wall. And kick him. And then next turn they're dead. Like, almost... Yeah, there's the minion dive bomb. They're dead. We're slowly gaining HP from our power of cheese. Solar striking, collision coursing... I think we're... Generating stars would be nice, because we could then keep spamming Particle Wall as our defense card. Hello, Canthy, how are you doing? Yeah, okay, let's take a Solar Strike. Little bit more star generation. Between that and the glow draw, we should have decent star generation. Ooh, hello, gentlemen. We have a Snapping Jack's Fruit and a Flyconid. Okay, let's see what comes out on the draw. Ah, damn it. You would have been nice. We can retain our cards this hand for a while if we drink up. I think we are going to weaken you. Block, because obvs. And take the opportunity while you're vulnerable to get an extra little bit of damage in. If I turn those 2 strikes into the minion bombs... That's a bit bold, actually. Okay. We'll see what we draw. We'll see what we draw. Taking a little bit of damage on the way. We'll try and make the best of it. You're 1 damage away, you dickhead. I could have killed you. Damn it, no. Get a block going. They're going to come in swinging for 13, so that'll take us over the edge. Keep trying to work you down. Oh, this, if I swing this at you, will kill you, but we'll take the hit from him. It does look like the best thing I've got in my hand, though, right now. So, okay. Start that swinging. We'll have to accept the charges. Ow. And you're dead. Kicked. Okay. Ooh. Your energy power, though, which would mean we could play more cards. And it also gets Sovereign Blade going, which I do enjoy Sovereign Blade. A retainable high damage attack that you can just make more and more and more powerful. Plus the energy generation would be alright. Okay, okay. I need to stop picking up cards, though, please. You find a dusty box with a set of 3 elaborate wooden carvings. A bird, a snake, and a Taurus? A nearby pedestal has indentations which match the bottom of the carvings. Which carving will you place upon the pedestal? Right, so we can turn something into a 2-power block and block for the next 2 turns card. Transform a card into a P.E.K.K.A. Or enchant a card with the ability to randomize its cost between 0 and 3. Ooh. Honestly, I think the Slither, because if we can get this for 0, that's huge. It only goes up to 3, so the worst that it's going to be is the cost that it already is. And this one automatically reduces its own cost every time it's drawn, so that would be... I think we might get slightly more bang for buck if we go for Bombardment. Because the chance of that coming out for free is always a huge one. Ugh. Do we go for our nasty boy up here? I think we do. Gonna be bold. Gonna be brave. A regent is brave. Mm-hmm. We could gain block. We could gain block. I think card remove. I think removing Venerate, because this is just taking up space. It's star generation, but we have other forms of star generation. This is only star generation at the cost of energy. And in our treasure we get money when we add a card to our deck. Sure. Okay, buddy. It's no chosen cheese, but I'll take it. Ah, fuck. So this fucks a problem. What? This guy just starts attacking for oodles, noodles, and toaster strudels of damage and basically doesn't stop. Haha, this is bad. What have we got here? Okay, we can devastate him for a chunk of damage. We can deal 6 damage, and every 3 skills you play in a turn, put this into your hand. Okay. I think we're most likely to get use out of... I mean, Devastate we'll probably use once, and then the chances of us getting 4 stars back up again in the time it'll take for this to cycle back through, less likely. I think we've got to try for make it so. Shit. Okay. Alright. So, I want to play these in optimum order, because he takes more damage the more cards you've played in a single go. Falling Star to weaken you and make you vulnerable. Then make it so, because that gives us an extra card in the tank. Now you two, between the two of you, can deal 15 damage. This one deals 27 damage, which is then bumped to 48 by him being vulnerable. We also want to cycle that out. I think I'm going to retain my hand just so I can make sure that I've got some stuff for the next few turns. Alright, okay. Charge will guarantee us 2 minion bombs next turn, which I think we probably could do with. If we just need to basically just pump damage on him. If he starts swinging, I think we're pretty much dead, so... Being brave, turn those into attacks. And Refine Blade would give us more energy next turn, but at the cost of losing out on this turn. I think we just swing at him. $13, so that's 26 we'll be able to throw at him for free, then 32. Okay, hope for the best. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ha ha! You! Wait, we can make this worth more, I think. So, firstly, the weak strikes. Get them out, because then that'll bump up the damage that we're doing because of the slowness. Then the minion bombs. And then lastly the bombardment. Boom. Get Murrica'd! Okay, gambling... No. I don't really feel like gambling to gain stars. Thanks, lads. Trying to not be reliant on stars if I can avoid it. Stars. Aha! You're coming in straight free off the bat. Thank you. Yes, please. Swing a couple of these at him. So this guy summons other things and it's a... Yeah, it's a fucking pain. I'm considering if we can just kill him. Yeah, we can just kill him. The kick comes through. Okay, we can prophesy. We can... If that's upgraded, that just draws more cards. It doesn't cost less. Okay, energy is kind of a pain at the moment, so I don't think we take any of these. Navigate over here to get a rest in, because we desperately need some health. Now I can relax a bit more. Do we pick a fight with the elite immediately? Or do we pick a fight with the little guy and then an elite? Probably an elite immediately while we've got the highest health. Even though it's deviating from the route. No, you're gonna be a pain. This thing gets stronger the longer you fight it. And it already hits pretty damn hard. What have we got in our power potion? Please be good. At the start of your turn, forge 4. For every 4 energy you spend, gain an energy. That would mean we could play more cards in a turn. This thing would stack up over time for the Sovereign Blade, but we're not really built around the Sovereign Blade, so probably Orbit. Right. This is gonna suck. I want to try and keep the vulnerable on hand for when we get the big guns out. Even though that means that we're going to take some damage from the weak. So probably defend, defend, charge. And let's turn the strike and the refine blade. No. Yeah, in a fight like this, I'm not going to be spending on you. So the fight in the refined blade, let's self-exhaust those. Ow. The bird bit me. Alright, you're going to apply weak innately. So that means that he's going to do a bit less damage with smacking us around. Good. I do want to hit him. We're going to take a lot from it, though, and I can't block much of it. We'll kick him. Kick him. Why do I... Wait. Oh, the energy I spent. Of course. Duh. The fucking orbit thing. Of course. We can still block. Oh. Doesn't block all of it, but blocks a chunk of it. And I think you're dead, Sonny Jim. Yep, you're dead. The cheese stands strong. Okay, grab a feather. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy X number of times. Strong, but requires stars, and we aren't great on star generation. I'm trying to phase out stars if I fucking can. Alright, skip it. Right. 3 scary lads. Okay then. Well then, let's start by weakening you, because you're the only one that's actually attacking us. Refine the blade so we have more energy next turn. Block, so that we block at least some of it. Get a swipe in on you, because you'll take the... Yeah, in fact, you'll die from it. Fair enough. Didn't do the math correctly on that one, because I'm a fool. We can outright kill him. I think that's the play. It removes 8 damage off the board. Or we could outright kill you, which takes 14 damage off the board. And then we can block most of his. Yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, no, he crippled my block. Shit. I wasn't paying attention. I could weaken him so he does literally no damage this turn. I'm gonna get a rest after this. Actually, random question. What happens if I upgrade you? Oh, that's... We want to upgrade that. So if I can get out of this without losing much health, then we can spend our resting on upgrading that. Fuck it. You do 0 damage. Haha. Get bombarded. The cheese stands strong. We are just the regent of cheese, apparently. This is our role now. I refuse to parry. Okay, upgrade this shit, because that is wild if we can start doing 24 per turn. From having popped that off. Okay, 2. It's not the worst. Right. Falling Star. You who are doing the most. Bombard. Actually, if we bombard him, we won't need to worry about damaging him. We can focus mostly on these two, because this will just keep on going. Yeah, fuck it. Take some licks, but it'll be fine. Ow. Okay, so my block is fucked for this turn. That's not amazing. 4, 12, 19 damage inbound. Most we can block is 6. Okay. Charge, turn you and you into minion dive bombs. And block. So we can at least block a chunk of the damage. Regent of Cheese. Now I just imagine Wallace under the outfit and Gromit is piloting the throne and carriers like a mech. Oh, it's kind of cute though. Get some card draw, see what we've got. Alright. Do we just gun him down? 20, 29, 30, 8, 44. No, I can't even do that because I've only got 2 left. Damn. Okay. All damage onto the Kin Priest. We can't kill his little minions, but we can accelerate the rate at which the bombardment will kill the main dude. And he has eye lasers, because of course he does. Okay. Free block. Yes, please. Now we don't need to worry about any block for the rest of the turn. A little bit more damage on him. Charge. Which didn't give me a choice because there was only 1 card in there. Shit. Should have thought that through. Although, between the bombardment and the minion bomb on the flop, I think he's dead. Oh, no. No. There's another bombardment, though. Void form is really good, but there's another bombardment, though. No. I do kind of want void form. Making cards free is just huge. Especially because that would then mean we could buy really expensive cards like Comet and they would be usable because it makes all the cost free, including the star cost. Fuck it, void form. It hurts me. It hurts me. Get a little bit of a heal. And this is Pale, the melting dragon. I'm back. Ah, you're asleep, of course. Let's see here. You can gain additional energy at the start of your 3rd turn and every turn after that. Enchant all defense with Goopy. Or double the block gained from a card, then it goes to sleep for 2 turns. What? I think the flesh, given these options. I don't really want to give exhaust to my defend cards. Doubling the block and going to sleep sounds terrifying because then I'm asleep. And energy is a problem for us, so yeah, you. Okay, probably just up this middle road and then off to the curve to the left, yeah. Guys, I think Pale was in the UK last week, yeah. Yeah, no, Pale seems to be suffering the same way as the rest of us. This guy's a dick because he tunnels down, then you have to chew through an enormous amount of block in order to stop him doing large damage. I think I'll take this damage now in order to get the bombardment out on you. Because I do not want to deal with you at your worst. Kick him as well. Up goes the block. Yep, 32 block. Which we then chew through mostly with the falling bombardment. Void form, it's lovely to see you, buddy, but not right now. Falling star. That's got him stunned. Now we void form and strike him. I forgot the void form ends my turn. It's fine. I missed out on one strike I meant to play. Whoops. A star and a potion. I'll hang on to it. Might as well. Shining Strike. Here's this. Put this card on top of your draw pile. Ooh, no. We want to draw through our deck, not... No, no thank you. Along your travels, you stumble upon a dark, amorphous polyp. You can sense that it is very old and very evil. Enchant an attack to deal corrupted Ooh. For 50% more damage, but you lose 2 HP. Or you choose a card to transform. Annoyingly, we can't put that on this, because it's already got the enchantment of Slither. I don't think you can have more than one enchant, as far as I know. And that is our main attack other than the Kingly Kick. Ooh, the kick might be strong. The kick already does a fuckatillion... Yeah, okay, yeah. The kick already does a fuckatillion damage. Upping it by... Yes. That's worth the 2 HP, I think. Jumping from 27 to 40 damage. It suddenly jumps on you. You feel searing pain as it latches onto your arm. But in an instant, it's gone. Where did it go? You are approached by the oldest person you have ever seen. We meet once more. It's me, Ranwit. You do not know this man. Give the star potion for a random relic, give money, or give the eternal feather for 2 random relics. This is for every 5 cards in your deck. We are trying to keep our deck thin. Actually, 2 relics? Sure. Ornamental fan and a pendulum. We gain more draw every 3 turns. And every 3 attacks, we gain block. It's not amazing, but it could be worse. Not the amazing. Not the amazing. Not amazing. Extra life in a bottle? Yes, please. Enemies lose strength. Oh hey, the ornamental fan that people always ignore is kind of meh, but then it proceeds to save their run. I am not one of these people, I'm happy to say. I'm very happy to say I do appreciate the ornamental fan. It's just in this particular deck, we'd need to spend an entire turn doing nothing but attacking in order to actually proc it. I will buy 5 max HP, please, and I will buy some card removal. Since we've already got Solar Strike outweighing our attacks, I think we'll remove a strike. Ooh, a Slippery Bridge, free removal. It will remove Refined Blade. We haven't really put it to much use, I'm gonna be honest. I think we just take losing Refined Blade. I liked the energy generation, but Pale's Flesh is kind of bootlegging that, and it saves us losing some HP. I hate bridges. More card removal on its... Oh, damn it. You randomized to your own cost. How dare you? Okay. Drink up and gain some max HP, because I forgot to earlier. Let's weaken you so you're not doing as much damage, and begin the bombardment because it is on our hand and we should get that out now. What do you steal from me? Charge. Well, I'm afraid we can't be having that, love. I'm sorry. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Take charge back again. Okay. More card draw. And cash generation. Sorry, star generation. No, thank you. Pivoting left for the most elites. We do have an extra life in the tank, so okay, sure. Fuck. Alright, I forget every time I go through Act 2, I forget this damn beekeeper is here. He attacks a ton of times, for pretty strong, and he, every single time he's hit, adds an unplayable card into our deck. I think we've got to get Void Form out the door. It'll hurt in this early turn, but getting Void Form out the door does at least mean that we've got better workings going forward. I needed to remember it ends my turn, though. I keep forgetting that bit. Okay, Bombardment is en route, which is going to be great because that'll come in free no matter what. Kingly Kick is currently our most expensive card, so let's get that out of the way. Then get the defense up. We can actually turn the Dazed into a minion bomb using charge, so we can make it worthwhile. Okay, go for the free bombardment so we know it's a free bombardment. Go for the minion dive bombs. This is going to put a few daisies in our deck, which is not amazing, but we're going to just have to tank it. Strike him so that we can try and kill him as fast as possible. And now he does 2 daisies every time he's hit. Which is just charming. Weaken him so he doesn't do as much damage, please. Block. More block. And more charge. Turn those daisies. Is less the Entomancer is dangerous and more that it's extremely annoying. He's extremely annoying and he can be dangerous. He can be very dangerous to some deck types. Warpaint for upgrading skills for free? Hell fucking yes. We've got plus minion dive bombs. Excellent. The Millipede is a pain. I will give you that. Oddly, I think the one I hate most for Act 2 is the Hunter Killer. It's a normal character. It's not even an elite. It's just... that thing's just fucking evil. Don't think we really want any of these. We can gain energy in exchange for stars, but chances are by the time this comes up, we've already used Falling Star to buy ourselves some time. Astral Pulse, same problem. Wrought in War. Would be nice if we were going for a blade thing, but no. What do you give us? The Vambrace. First time you gain block from a card each combat, double the amount gained. Okay. This thing is also a contender for being bloody evil. Hate this thing. Okay. I think we use the Star Potion because we're going to probably want Falling Star to come back around on us, and I want this thing dead as fast as possible. Yep, there it goes. I hate the illusion summoning ones because the illusions come back every turn, which they've got so much health it becomes a right pain to try and deal with them. Okay, well, Bombardment is here for 1 cost, so we're absolutely throwing you out. Get the doubled super block in now. If I use charge, it'll automatically eat Void Form and Glow. Void Form will be arriving on our 3rd turn, so we'll already have an extra energy in the tank anyhoos. Probably just try and smack him more. We're still going to pay for this a bit. Ow. I'm probably not going to take this elite. I think I'll pivot up here. Oh, Falling Star again. Good to see you. Right. I'd rather not use the fairy in a bottle if I can avoid it. How do I live this? Can I even live this? I think we ignore Void Form. We'll go for card draw. Particle Wall. Fucking A. Star Potion. Particle Wall. Particle Wall. Oh my god, the Particle Wall came through and we can somehow still play the Void Form. And you're dead. I will accept the 2 damage, given we gain a max health anyway, so it's realistically 1 damage if it's a kill card. Whenever you create a card, gain block. Not amazing, really. Put a Sovereign Blade into your hand from anywhere. Or the ability to, for free, cause weak and vulnerable. I think that is tempting, but I think considering this would also need an upgrade to be more helpful, I think it's a little bit of bloat right now. Hey Ed, think you'll get some amusement from this. When being told to be on our best behavior while meeting a group that my friends and I are known to have a toxic rivalry with, the response my best friend, usually a lovely lass, gives is, "We promise, we will not punch anyone outside our friend group in the face in the first 5 minutes." And that was accepted as, well, it's better than the usual 2 minutes. Excellent. Beautiful stuff, Zega. I was really worried this was going to be the Hunter Killer for a moment, thank God. Okay. Tempting as the Void Form is, we will take a whacking hit if we do that, so... Let's reduce that whacking hit, for one thing. Oh, no, he's got... Oh, yeah, I forgot you guys have fucking... artifact to negate that, don't you? I think I might just fish for more cards. Otherwise you might be... If I can get to the upgraded block... Yes! Okay! That's the whole of your attack blocked, Sonny Jim. Get a little bit of damage off on you. That's fine. Those daisies can get turned into... No, they can't, actually, because I have nothing in my draw pile right now. Shit. Throw up the Particle Wall for a free defend. Let's go for an ordinary defend. And bombardment on... This will kill you in 2 turns and I won't even need to do anything. Oh, okay. It plays at a random target when it plays out of the hand at the start of turn. I was not aware of that. Okay. Kind of scuppers up what I had in mind. Draw more cards in event of emergency. Right. Okay, right. We can generate some block with 2 attacks. Which is a little confusing because it... Oh no, it counted the bombardment as an attack. Okay. That helps us bootleg out a little bit of block, actually. I didn't realize it did it that way. Okay. So, we'll strike you in order to bootleg out some extra block. Chances are we're going to draw at least a dazed this turn. Striking you would be nice, but it won't kill. So let's try and get more bang for our buck with a risky fish. If we happen to draw those, turn them into something useful. Eee. There goes the bombardment. And the minions are out, and you're dead. Boom. Okay. Kingly punching. You would have been a nice replacement for the Kingly kick. Ah, every time you draw this card. No. No, I can't. I can't! We want a good thin deck so we can keep cycling the kick. And preferably the defense, because we're starting to hurt. Okay. No, I'm committed. I'm committed. If this heals us, we'll go for the elite. I don't think it's going to, so we'll probably be pivoting up towards that. Oh, you monsters! You monsters! Reduces all damage taken and HP lost to 9. Right. So even big attacks don't do anything to these fucks. Card draw. See what we get. Particle Wall. Will you save us for this turn at least? Yes, please. Now we need to start trying to work down... You're going to bulk up, which is not great. Do I want you to start dying? Probably the only thing I can do from here. That might as well defend, because why not? We've lost Void Form, so at least Void Form won't cycle back into our hand, filling up space. You have strength, but you are also basically dead. So we can pop... Yeah, we can pop you with this. Bombardment is on the field, but we can't afford to do that and block. And bombardment will only do 9 per turn. It is still 9 per turn, though. But we will be on 1 HP if we do that. I think we got to try, though. One HP and a Regent's Dream. We do still have the Fairy in a bottle, so we'll be fine if they do kill us once. But I'd really rather not use it if I can avoid it. And one such way we might get away with that is flinging this at you. Particle Wall. This is lose HP, not take damage. So I don't think the block will help on this. How is Slay the Spire going, Ed? Did we break anything yet? We have not broken anything yet. We're doing... I wouldn't say we're doing well, given we currently have 1 HP, but we're doing. $19 is incoming. Defend, defend, and actually kick him. No, wait. What? No, that won't reduce it low enough. Kick him. Because if the bombardment hits that one on the right, he'll die. We want to reduce people to a 9 HP range. Okay, it didn't hit. Fuck. But he's wasting his turn anyway. Okay, okay. What's on the flop? Defense. Okay, so we can block for 10 total. Let's get that done. You have... Okay, you. Yes, it has to be you. Because then we can throw the Fire Potion, which will still get reduced to 9, but will kill you. The bombardment's got to land on somebody. Fucking hell. Of course it lands on you. gains 8 block, so I think we're still fucked. Oh, wait, no falling stars. Nope, falling star is on the deck. We're good. We're good. Solar thing, falling star. Solar strike and king? Nah. Our kingly kick has corrupted, so we lose 2 HP. It's not take 2 damage, it's lose 2 HP, which as far as I know goes around block. Oh, yeah, hello, bombardment. Yes, we know bombardment, but we can't right now, bombardment. We have a thin enough deck and we're barely alive. Yeah, we're not fighting an elite on 2 HP. I'm sorry. Please have some form of heal. It's a... I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This? Given you block when you're... So we're going to lose Void Form, because Void Form is still as yet unupgraded, which means it won't... Wait. Oh, no, no, Particle Wall. Particle Wall is doubled, of course. Haha! I forget the Van Brace, because it's... I forget about you. Okay. Free bombardment. Can we make this better? Can we make this better? No, we can't. Free bombardment. Randomized cost bombardment is lovely, but free bombardment is better. Van Brace is coming in surprisingly helpful. Solar Strike, because why not? I don't really know how this works if I charge with nothing in my draw pile. Yeah, it just does nothing. Okay. There goes the bombardment. Okay. Obviously, this one requires stars, so we use that first. Weaken you down. And I don't think we get out of this without losing our fairy in a bottle, but I'm gonna try. Solar Strike, which gets us 4 block. Yeah, this is not happening. 3 block. What do I want to transform? Probably the Kingly Kick and the Strike or the Glow. One of the two. No, wait. I'm trying to transform the Kingly Kick so that it doesn't take away my 2 HP. I will die this turn and the fairy will shatter, meaning that I'll just get the HP anyway. Your deck is a tad too thin for having a transform card. You misunderstand. The transform card is to thin it even more. The transform card is here for the express purpose of extra thinnage. I'll take the damage, yeah, why not? Just get this fight over with. Oh joy, we could gain a bunch of stars. You actually could be helpful, though. Gaining energy and retaining hand, more importantly. Meaning that if we've got something good, like a defend or whatnot, then we can try and keep it in. Or... oh, wait, there's... no, bombardment changes when it's drawn, not per turn. Yeah, okay. We'll delicately add convergence, because that is an odd one I don't see very much. And we're resting. Because Knowledge Demon is up. Okay, what do we wish to prune, if anything, first? Convergence to get that extra energy next turn. Annoyingly, Kingly Kick will still be around, but hey-ho. I'm tempted to transform Solar Strike and Strike, leaving Falling Star, Defend, and whatnot around. Because if I can get Void Form out, then Falling Star becomes free, which means free sources of weak when we can. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Two cards removed for the price of one. Because he's about to cripple our draw. I'm not going to let him do the one that does damage to us. Let's go. Okay, Bombardment is on deck. We do not have Void Form, annoyingly, on deck. We might be able to grab it if we got you out, which would mean we could cycle Particle Wall a few times, though. Okay. Roll the dice. Shit. Yeah, well. Okay, then. So let's say... Vulnerable you, because then Bombardment will do more. Dive Bomb will also hit harder. And throw up a Defend. Down goes Bombardment. Particle Wall. Into Particle Wall. Minion Dive Bomb. Get you out of my deck. 24 inbound. So, Defend. End turn. And now we just fucking go for him and hope for the best. Any things we want to transform? Not really, so... We'll retain this. The deck will cycle round into the draw pile, and then we'll see what's on the next flop. Anything else we can thin? I don't really want to thin, like, Glow, so maybe not. Let's start with... I'm gonna have 3 next turn because of Void Form. No. Convergence. Because we'll retain the hand anyway. Strike. Okay, we cannot afford to take this, which means sadly we now have to take this one. But at least it's not as bad as it can be. Vulnerable him. This is gonna hit damn hard, but it's also gonna leave us open a little bit. Kingly Kick. And throw up a Particle Wall. And a Particle Wall. We have nothing in our draw pile, but we can put something in our draw pile by using Glow to draw, which will put our draw pile back. Kingly Kick has returned to us. Convergence is also up, but we don't really need that right now. Falling Star and Thingamany. Do I transform Falling Star and Strike into... No, I don't know. I'm just pissing about. So we're good. Down goes the bombardment. Out comes the falling star. Up goes the convergence. Block. Strike. At this point, I think I just want him dead. I think I might actually turn... God help us, you... You and you into damage? You will draw more, and you will generate stuff. You, I can cycle as long as I've got stars. Actually, you too. Yep, ouch, 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 ouch. Powdered Demise. Enemy loses 9 HP at the start of each of its turns. Sure. Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds quite strong. Thank you. If this is at the top of your draw pile, then play it. A strong block card. Another Void Form. Why? Why you? Draw 3 cards and play choose a skill in your hand and play it 3 times. This would be strong if we already have Void Form going. But we don't really, like, other than Convergence. Like, what do we use in terms of skills that we'd want to play over and over and over? Unless we somehow came upon a scenario where we had a single defense card that we'd need to cycle 3 times over. You're nice and all, but I really don't think I can keep returning you to the top of my draw pile reliably. Oops, that's the map, Ed. That's the map. If worst comes to worst, it's fodder for being transformed. And it is a bit more money in the kitty, so... Ah! The Queen's up! That's... going to be painful. A being from the stars within these accursed walls. Do you know of me? Yes, I think we can help each other. Draw additional cards, but you may not draw additional cards during your turn. An ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. Would that copy the slither modifier from bombardment, though? Because if it did, that might mean we could get that out twice and have 2 bombardments for the price of 1. Or we can have better card draw per turn. Which realistically would mean we'd cycle our deck every 3 turns. Because we've only got 15 cards. Fair, for the price of 1.5, yeah. I say we gotta go random in case this affects the... I wanna know if it affects the bombardment. And the only way we're gonna know is by finding out physically. We can go up here for 3 elites on the left. With not much chance to pivot off, to be fair. So let's see how well we do if we get there. start going up the left. You fucks. These things I goddamn hate. If they deal unblocked damage to you, lose 2 max HP. Time to find out about the bombardment. Yes, it does. Holy crap. This deals 8. So do we want to use this to just delete one of them? Probably. Actually, we can just delete both of them. There we go. That works. Did you see what just happened there? The music box duped another bombardment because it played out of our hand. So we sort of have constant cycling in bombardments now. As long as it's the first thing we fire per turn. That turn. Okay then. Exponential bombardment has been unlocked. Do we pivot to the shop? I don't think so. I think one of the... There's 4 of these in a row. Surely one of them's got to be a shop. You can procure foul potions. Choose a card in your hand. It is free to play this combat. This is important because we can then use that on the bombardment. Or in a random potion. Damage and money. Yes. We can't grab all of them, but hey-ho. Well, hello there, merchant. Hello, how you doing? Okay. Shining Strikes, Cloaks of Stars, Orbit. Orbit was quite nice for spending power, but we'd need to upgrade it for it to cost 1. Ooh. Is there anything I'd like to remove? After we took up decisions, I probably should remove something. A strike, maybe? I don't really want to lose any defense. No. No. Charge can handle that for us, actually. You're an awful idea, because then I will probably not have enough mana? Yeah, it's basically mana. I wouldn't necessarily always have enough mana to do bombardment as my opener. Let's say... a bit of cheeky damage to open up combat with. Let's toss this at you to get some money. And... probably a weakness potion? Or some dexterity, maybe? Yeah, a little bit of dex. Gentlemen, good to see you. Hi, Void Form. How you doing? Straight out the gate. Right then. Do we want to use you, though? I forget Van Brace. Every time I forget Van Brace. So that's 15 coming in. 21. You block for 18. It's close enough. In exchange for frickin' Void Form. Okay, and now let us begin the bombardment. Decisions. Choose the skill in your hand and play it 3 times. I mean, might as well choose the defend so that we can get some defense up this turn. Because we've still got some nasty stuff inbound. Then the bombardment is still free, which means it will delete you. Glow to draw a card, which draws us Falling Star, which will weaken you. Into Solar Strike. Into Normal Strike. And I think you're dead when the turn rolls around. Because there's currently, well, Bombard's on the way. Shining Strike, no. I especially don't want debris in my hand. No, thank you. No. Okay, let's pivot onto the Gauntlet of Horrible Elites. The Stone Calendar for 52 damage. Excellent. You're a little bit yikes, my boy. Alright then. Well, I think this is probably now as good a time as any to use the Dexterity Potion. Which will double the strength of... well, bump up its strength anyway for you. And, into Void Form as our opener. The Bombard of Freedom. Into the Falling Star of Weakening. Okay, okay. And then... it's still going to hit us pretty nastily hard, so we want to get the block up. Tempting as it is to do another bombardment, not right now. We can still get a little bit of cheeky damage in and get a little bit more block for our buck. Then in comes the bombardment. And because that bombardment was free when it arrived and it's never technically drawn, then out comes the free bombardment. Okay, and then block, block. What do we draw? Charge. Anything I want to transform? I want to keep Kingly Kick on the back burner just in case we need that extra pump of big damage. You're already dead, dude. That was perfectly timed with their debuff coming in. Excellent stuff. And you're just fucked, my guy. Another touch of insanity. Excellent. Candelabra. Skip you. Whenever you use a potion, gain 3 strength this turn. Alright. Strange one. Sure. Okay. Bombardment and Void Form are both on the field. And basically no defense options. So I think we're gonna go Touch of Insanity on Bombardment to create free bombardment. Into Glow. Wait. Chances of drawing a block are very high. Okay, into Glow. Yes, it does draw us a block. Bombard. Into Bombard. Into... do I want to transform any cards? Not especially. But nice to have on the back burner just in case. Yeah, okay, that's a decent chunk of block. I'm happy with taking 5 damage. Okay, more bombardment for the gun platform. Pop up a convergence, which allows us to retain the particle wall for next turn. Mostly because the fire's about to join us. Yep, there we go. But here comes the bombardment. Oh, This is disgusting what we have created with bombardment. I meant to weaken you. Fuck. I don't think that saves you, my boy. Yeah, that does not save you. Whenever you spend stars, gain 2 block for each star spent. Is a nice idea. I don't think we really spend enough stars, but we hopefully get particle wall twice per 5, but I think we're doing all right. The queen will suck, but I think we're probably doing okay. The bulwark is a temptation though, because that builds up another strong blade. I think bombardment still is out though. To here next. Ooh, okay. We have to lose a potion, and we gain an upgraded uncommon attack. I think we're losing the powdered demise, because I want to be able to make something free at the drop of a hat if I can. What actually were you? A kingly kick, a shining strike, and a radiate. No thank you. I realized I've stopped reading all of the descriptions. I'm sorry. Upgrading void form will stop it being ethereal. What happens if I upgrade you? You become 5 cards. Yeah, I think we've got to upgrade void form. On the off chance that a turn arrives where we can't play it. But, given that we're about to go into the... Oh, hello. Fighting a dummies to gain... Gaining upgrading cards. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm probably not going to be able to pull that off, but hey-ho.
A year away from the funny number. That would be such a joyous day. How things going on your side?
Hello, Rakan. How y'all doing? We're poddling along on this side. Fires a bombardment. Fires a bombardment. We're currently playing as the Regent, our short king with his little lads carrying his chair around. Currently doing an event where we have to kill this within the time frame, and I think it might be dead. We haven't done it in a while. It's 2 HP. Let's kick him. There we go. Oh. Our last defend, I think, got upgraded. Nope. We're still missing to upgrade on one last defend. Well. Ah, the fucks that sap... The cheeky fucks that sap our strength and defense. But we do have a free bombardment. Well, you guys are fucked, aren't you? Convergence will allow us to retain our hand and gain extra energy, which means we can go into void form next turn. I think that's an alright idea. And... Oh, no, it shot the other one. Of course you shot them. Well, at least it gives us a chance to shoot them with the stronger damage. Lightly smack you. It's just Wallace and Gromit with pimp artillery chair. Yeah, at this point this is a little disgusting. Falling star to weaken them. Solar strike to smack them up. Particle Wall because Lamau, and Void Form. And I think you're dead, Sonny Jim. Because we inadvertently created a cycling bombardment that just becomes exponentially worse. There's that bulwark again. No. Nice thin deck. Do I even rest here, or do I just upgrade something? Is there anything worth upgrading? You give slightly more block. You'll do slightly more damage. You gain slightly more stars. Do you do 2? No, you don't even do extra layers of status effect. We could upgrade the kick. You know what? We're at the end of days. Fuck it. Let's upgrade the kick. It started with the kick. Let's do it for the super kick. Right. Straight out the gate. Drink a regen potion because we're going to bloody need it. Alright then. We should go for... We could decisions, which will hopefully draw us something we want. But I want to try and save the Touch of Insanity for the Bombard, so we can guarantee it's free all the time. So I'm probably going to say that we fish for draw. It drew us the kick. Okay. Smack you with the weaken. It does create another one of these, so we can smack you for the weaken again into a strengthened defend. You don't have the exponential bombard now. Each turn. The reason it's been exponential is because when the bombard goes back off again, it considers that the first one cast and then it recycles it each time. She has bound our cards together though, so we're good. We're glad we upgraded Void Form. Because I'm about to Touch of Insanity on the bombard. I think. Which means that we won't be able to play its duplicated version, but it is now in play. It's in the cycle. And that's worth taking a little damage over, I think. Put up a block, throw out a smack. This is why the Queen sucks. We've been weakened for 99, frail for 99, and vulnerable for 99. It's rough. What's been bound? The Kingly Kick, the Falling Star, and Decisions. Okay. Well, if we go for Bombard into Kick, we can kill him off and he won't hit us. And now the Queen is doing her own fighting. We just gotta hope for the stacking bombards to do their job. Okay, what's been bound? The particle wall, which we could get back up with the power of the solar strike, but I think its duplicated returned version is still bound. Firstly, open with a bombardment. Get that in play. Solar Strike, because why not? We'll get the same amount no matter what. So, I think we go for the defend from you. The attack from you, which gets us a cheeky little bit more block. time was that we weren't going to get that much use out of the ornamental fan. Because we didn't have many attacks. But with the bombardment stacking, it now counts as attacks. So the ornamental fan has come back around to being useful. In a completely unexpected way, to be fair. Okay, is there anything worth fishing for? Not really, because I don't want to fuck up the draw for next turn. We can kick them, but firstly we want to establish our defenses. Establish defenses. With 4 stars on the field, yes. Establish further defenses. Establish... What? Ah, no, you're bound to that one. Haha. In which case, we'll kick them first. Which gets us the extra little bit from the fan, and then the void form. Ends the turn. And continue firing the missiles. Alright then. Just because I kind of want to see how this comes out. Decisions. Into convergence. The binding prevents even like effects which I'll play this card multiple times. Okay. I wanted to know. Bombardment. Solar Strike. Glow, because why not? And charge. Let us convert all of our defense into attack. And you're dead anywho. The chosen cheese wins. I've arrived again. The loud fool returns. I'm neither loud nor a fool. Face me! You dealt exactly 1,500 damage to the architect, but it wasn't enough. You know what? I'm happy for that. It ended on an exact nice round number. I can take that. That's pretty chill. Ed, why does this remind me of your old Smith Griftlands runs? Smith the Ascended and his endlessly replicating snail. But what if I were to duplicate a snail before your very eyes? Just the power of bad stage magicianry won the entire day that day. Also, before we close up, next decade with a higher education. The Sam Handwich is a common type of handwich. The bread may be tesh or frosted, and it can be made with a variety of pottings, including vis and vegetables like tetis, omato, lonion, and sickle plices. Various types of mastard and mayonnaise are also common. The main components of a Sam Handwich, briced sled, chiced slees, and heist sooked clam, are readily available in supern Western markets. They are a component of lacked punches due to their ease of preparation and consumption. I so wish those videos had gotten saved. It was glorious. It was sadly a long distant time in the past where the rules were very different. But one ruler that has ascended is the Regent. They have now descended because the architect just flung them back down the thing, but they'll get back up again. They get knocked down, but they get up again.
Why am I sober? Why am I sober for this?
Because they're never going to keep you down. And upon that, thank you all very much for stopping by. Thank you for your time, your attention, your generosity, and your eyeballs.